Hey guys, as promised, I'm back on Saturday with another video. Today I'm going to be making blueberry crumble. So here I have 2 1/3 cup of blueberries, and these are fresh blueberries. I have half a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I have a pot and I have a pan for later. So now I'm just gonna turn up the heat to medium. Well, it didn't work, so yeah. So now that the heat is on, I'm gonna put my blueberries into the pot. So it's okay if some of them fall on the floor. You could just pick them up later and put them in the garbage, because we don't want to use them after they fell on the floor. Or you could wash it and put it back in the pan. So I'm just gonna pick them up and I'm gonna wash them really quickly. So I just washed both the blueberries that fell on the floor, and I'm just gonna add them in. And so now I'm just going to add in my cornstarch. And I'm just gonna use the spoon to help me get it out. Okay, so now I'm gonna hold up the pot and I'm just gonna mix it so that a little bit of the cornstarch gets on all of the blueberries.
Watch your hand, Hannah. It's gonna.
Okay, so I'm just gonna turn the pan over like that so that it's easier for me to hold and mix. And then you also want to mash the blueberries so like you don't get big chunks in your jam. And you do that by taking the spoon and just mashing, like pressing it down against the blueberries. And it could take some time because you do have a lot of blueberries and they are smaller than most berries. And for me it's taking a long time because they are smaller and I can't really get to them. But I'm just gonna add the sugar really quickly, but I'm also gonna lower the heat. And now I'm just gonna mix it so that, just like the cornstarch, the sugar gets all on each blueberry. This is what some of it looks like. And then I'm just gonna mash it up, just like I was doing before, so that you don't get big chunks. And then if you want, you could mash it on the side of the bowl, and you would do that by taking it and like kind of pressing it against, and then putting it down, and then doing the same. So that most of your blueberries get smashed, and then you could just go like that again. So again, you're gonna, as you can see, this one right here is smashed, and I did that by doing what I told you guys, taking it and pressing it against the back. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add in my lemon juice. And if you don't have lemon juice, you could use lime juice. Look at how the color changed. This is actually a nice color. I like this color. Some of my blueberries are falling out, but it's okay. If you don't have cornstarch at home, you don't have to use it. I'm using cornstarch because it acts as a thickener for jam. But if you don't have cornstarch, you don't have to use it, and you could just make a compote. I'm just gonna try and mash up all my berries by pressing them against the back. And as you can see, it's foaming, or bubbles are forming, and my jam is foaming.
And it's coming down the side. Please clean up because it's sugar. Okay.
Sorry. So you want to be careful so that none of it drips down the side. Okay, so I think most of my berries are mashed, but I'm just going to go around one more time like this so that I make sure that all of them are mashed. Okay, so I'm going to put this along the top, or no, I'm going to put this in the bowl so that it doesn't leave a mess on my countertop. And then I'm going to come over here and make my crumble. Sorry. So, sorry if my camera woman is taking a long time. She's just a little slow, and yeah, she's a little bit on the older side. Not too old. I'm not saying it. Definitely not saying that. So here I have my electric mixer. 1.5 cups of flour. I was about to say sugar. 1.5 cup of oats. 1 cup of sugar, a stick of butter, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. So, I'm sorry, this is baking soda. And I'll be using a paddle today to mix together all my ingredients. So first I'm going to put in my flour. Okay, so now that my flour's in, I'm gonna put in my oats. And you wanna make sure that you get most of it in there, so that you have, well, you wanna make sure that you get all of it in there, but it's okay if you get some on the sides, because baking sometimes is a little messy. So I just put in my sugar, and now I'm gonna put in my baking soda, and my cinnamon. So now that all the dry ingredients are in, I'm going to put it on stir, so that, and I don't know if you guys saw, but in a previous video, I put the mixer too high and some of the flour kind of exploded on me, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm just gonna go check on my jam over here. So as you guys can see, the bubbles are slowly going away, and it's turning into like a purplish color because blueberries are kind of purple. Well, yeah. So I'm just gonna
use the back of the spoon to mash it, not the front.
Okay. So as you guys can see, there's some chunks. Well, there's a lot of chunks in my jam, so I'm just gonna use the back of the spoon to mash it against the side of the pot. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back over there and my dry ingredients are mixing, but now I'm just going to add in my butter. And so this is 1 stick of butter, and it is at room temperature. And then I'm just going to put it in. And then I'm going to put it, not that high. I'm going to put it on stir for some time so that it doesn't, yeah, just because I'm just going to put it on stir. So I got some butter on my hands, So I'm just gonna go, and I have some flour. So I'm just gonna go wash them. So that is the crumble made homemade. So I'm gonna lower the heat, and I put it on low. Huh? So mine isn't completely thick, and you guys can kind of see that. Like, it kind of looks like not exactly like water because it has color, but it is the consistency of water. So I think I'm just gonna let this simmer down for some time to get thicker. So I'll come back. I'm gonna go off camera and let this get thick, and then I'll see you guys when it's thick.
It's time to assemble.
So I'll see you guys when it's time to assemble the blueberry crumble. So this is what the crumble looks like, and I'm just gonna put some down at the bottom. And then I'm gonna spread it. And I'm gonna leave some more for the top. And you wanna make sure that you get like all over the bottom of the pan so that you don't have any spots. So you don't have any spots without crust. And then you're just gonna press it down.
You only need 1 cup left in there, and you have a lot in there, so I would keep adding.
I'm gonna spread it, and I'm gonna put some in the corners and then I'm gonna spread it out so that nowhere is missing crust, and so that it holds together all the toppings. And then we also want to make sure that it's even. Okay, so this is the crust, and I have my jam, and I let it sit for about 10 to 20 minutes, and then I let it cool, and this is what it looks like. And then I'm just gonna scoop some out, and I'm gonna put it onto my crust. And I'm gonna try to put it in different places so that it's easier to spread out. I'm just gonna scrape down the bottom so that I get all the jam. Just gonna put that to the side, and I'm gonna use my spatula to help me spread it out. And I'm gonna try my best to get it in the corners. And there are some chunks in here, but that's okay, because sometimes when we eat things, we want to have like a little bit of like chunks stuff in there. So I'm spreading it out now, and I'm trying to get it along.
It doesn't need to go on the corners because in a crumble you have a crust. Why don't you scrape out the rest of the pan?
So I'm just gonna scrape out the rest of the pan so that I get all of it.
Use that. Scrape the spoon.
So this is, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes and this is what the blueberry crumble looks like. So now I'm gonna talk about the Bible verse. And today's Bible verse is 1 Peter 4:10, and it says, "Based on the gift each one has received, use it to serve others as good managers of the varied grace of God." As I read this verse and think about it, I think about the many things that God has given us or gifted us with. Some of us are really good artists or musicians or speakers, while others are really good at sports. Whatever your gift or talent is, we should use it to help those around us. You're probably wondering how sports or talking could help somebody. That's easy. You could use sports as a gateway to start a conversation, or you can teach someone how to play a sport or a game. You can also talk to other people and share new ideas or ways of thinking. Each of us is given a gift, and it is our responsibility to make sure that we use those gifts to improve the lives of those around us, as well as make sure that we are cultivating the gifts that God gave us. Are you unsure what your gift is? Well, you're not alone. I'm still figuring out what my gift is, so don't worry. My plan is to try out different things until I realize what I'm really made to do. One thing I really enjoy, though, is helping others, so maybe that's my gift. I'm not 100% sure yet, so we'll see. For now, I'm helping my parents use up all the ingredients my dad doesn't like, so we are not wasting what God has blessed us with. You know what they say, waste not, want not. Basically, that means be good stewards of what God has provided for you, because if you waste, you will end up in need. What I need right now is to try this blueberry crumble, which I hope you guys will too. Thanks for spending part of your day with me. May God bless you until next time, and always, I'm Hannah J. See you Saturday.